negative, repetitive, intrusive, and just this non-stop flow of thoughts that are up to 60 to 70,000 per day has to be your biggest problem in life, and something that needs your utmost attention at all times, and also a plan, in order to deal with this and curb the sickness before it's too late. Because it's such a shame that the unparalleled power of the mind that is capable of creating worlds is now being used to obsess about this one mistake you made eons ago, or that side eye you got from a complete stranger you will never see again. What a waste. And in this video, we will discuss about how to revert back your mind to its original and magnificent state of being, and how to stop the progression of cognitive dissonance and cognitive distortion that naturally happens when you're not in control of your mind. But before we do that, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, here on this channel, I talk about how you can find your passion and go after it at any age, how you can find balance even at the most difficult times in your life, and how you can be happy with the things and the people you already have surrounding you. So if you're interested, make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, let's get to today's topic. So, before we jump to the different ways that you can control your mind and thus your thoughts, I would just like to mention something that Rhonda Byron, the lady from The Secret, she said something to the effect that your thoughts that happen in the thousands each day, it's not only that they're not the representation of the truth or facts, it's also that a lot of them are not even yours. They're not your thoughts, that they're coming from the ether that is the medium for everything. And I like this because it's the truth. Because for some of our thoughts, these thoughts are so alien and so shocking to us that sometimes we don't even know what to do with some of our intrusive thoughts, because they generate such fear and dread and also judgment towards ourselves. And although I'm not saying that you don't bear any responsibility for all your thoughts, I'm just saying that it's good to know that you're also receiving some weird thoughts from the ether, and that you're not always the architect of all your colorful thoughts. But here's the catch. The thought might not be yours, but the dwelling is. The continuous repetition and the incessant wallowing on negative thoughts is all you're doing. Because the key to stopping this is within your reach. And that is through the choice or the conscious effort to redirect your thoughts from the incessant chatter of the mind to the carefully selected thoughts or no thoughts using different techniques. You'll have to do this. This is a must. You're going to have to, practice these techniques that I'm going to be mentioning in this video. Otherwise, this pile of garbage thoughts that you have going on in your head all the time are going to succeed in their attempt to germinate and mature into their physical form. By which time it will already be too late for you to deal with the thought form, because like I said, it's now taken a physical form. We all know that our visible world is only mirroring our invisible thoughts. And by the time our subconscious mind is saturated with enough thoughts, these tens of thousands of negative thoughts, I don't think it's going to be very hard for you to imagine what your life is going to look like on the outside. So now let's begin with the first thing that you need to do. So the first thing is awareness. You have to be aware. You have to be aware of the lies, the inconsistencies, the deceptions of your thoughts. And sometimes it's really easy. It's really easy to just become aware of a thought, and it just becomes so silly. It becomes so ridiculous that you start to judge yourself. You start to say, why the hell did I even believe this in the first place? Why did I allow to even entertain this kind of thinking, this kind of falsehoods? And this is going to help you realize that not everything that is taking place in your mind is the truth, and not everything that your mind is capable of connecting the dots is the reality. So this is going to help you become more aware. And being aware simply means to just see the thoughts for what they really are instead of giving them meaning and allowing them to create all these emotions within you. Because before you were doing that, you were just simply sitting helplessly, letting these things play out without even questioning what they are, without even becoming aware of them. And this will also help you to categorize them, figure them out without judgment, without judging them. Because if you do, then that's going to create more problems. So you don't want that. You're just going to be able to see them for what they really are. Because there are these thoughts that are completely and absolutely destructive that you need to get rid of. There are these thoughts that are just simply useless. They're just a waste of space, a waste of time. And there are these thoughts that are helpful in your journey of wellness, happiness, and all the good stuff. And you'll be able to see them for what they really are. And you also figure out that when you're happy, when you're joyous, you tend to think less. There are not a lot of thoughts, and sometimes none at all. And even when you catch yourself having a thought, it's something that's going to reinforce that emotional state of yours. The second thing is to allow these thoughts to pass without any resistance. No resistance. You don't want to resist these thoughts, because you will be faced with, or you'll be met with, an equal amount of persistence from the thoughts. You resist, they persist. So you don't want that. What you want to do instead is to just not identify with any of them. Don't identify with any of them, and just find a way to separate yourself from the mind. And no matter how disturbing, how annoying, how dark these thoughts might be, the best thing that you can do is to simply observe and allow them to pass without any resistance. Because it's just a thought. A thought is the most useless and powerless thing until you yourself give that power to it. And the way you do this is by resisting it, by trying to justify yourself, by trying to prove yourself to these thoughts. And when you do this, you are creating resistance. You are not allowing yourself to be the master of your mind, which is your true position. That is your true nature. You are the master of your mind. But now you're losing that power by allowing a fight that you don't need. That is a fight that you don't need, because you're trying to stop something that's unstoppable. There's already a thought, it's already happened. And the best thing to do is to let it pass, because resistance only creates more problem and you lose your power. And the more you allow these thoughts to stay in your head, the longer they ferment up there, creating all these things and connecting all these dots, you are creating a reality in your outside world. Because we talked about this, when you allow this, when you dwell on these negative thoughts that you could simply have let them pass, now they have the opportunity to reach your subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is where your reality is being created. So be smart. Don't waste your time on things that have already happened and try to justify them in your head. Don't worry about these things that other people said to you maybe, and you're trying to figure out ways to respond or to do something to hurt them back, or to say something to hurt them back. You don't need this. All this drama in here is not helping you in any way. You don't need this. If you must, you can respond right away. If you feel like you've been disrespected, or if there's something that you can do right away about a situation, do it. But after the thing has passed, you have to move on. There is no need for wallowing on these things that are going to create only problems, create only more negative thoughts, and it's just a vicious cycle or circle or cycle. I don't know. All right, so point number 3 is to consciously replace negative thoughts with positive ones. And it's really easy. It's simple. Now that you are a master at, being aware of your thoughts and letting them glide and slide over you like nothing happened, now we're going to talk about the thoughts that are more persistent, these thoughts that are really good at holding your attention, and they simply won't go away no matter what you do. For these ones, what you do is you just bring a piece of paper and a pen, and you just write down a thought that can counter them. So you have a negative thought and you write something that is the complete opposite which is on the more positive side. If you have a thought pattern that involves those thousands of thoughts, and this one has to do with your own self-image, and it culminates in the end, you can't stand yourself, you hate yourself. And for this one, what you do is you write on that piece of paper, I love and accept myself just the way I am. At first, it might feel like a stupid thing to write or say, but the more you do it, you realize that you are succeeding in replacing that thought pattern, because affirmations are thoughts. When you do them out loud, they're more powerful, but slowly you're going to do them silently, and they're going to turn to thoughts, and which means that you have now successfully replaced that destructive and negative thought pattern with a more positive one. And it doesn't matter if you believe it at first or not. You are doing this so that you can believe it and so that you can change your thoughts and your reality. Last but not least is number 4, and that is to preserve your mental energy. Change your focus from helpless overthinking to finding practical solutions. This will not only help you solve your problems, but it will also instill in your mind the importance of preserving your energy. Because there is no need to waste your time and your energy on thoughts that are absolutely useless and, more importantly, are destructive. They are self-destructive. They're helping you self-destruct. They're not helping you solve your problems. They're not helping you grow. They're not helping you do anything. And the fact that they're able to multiply in the tens of thousands, and running in the background while you're going about your day, is a clear warning to you that this is an energy drain. Your energy is being sapped by all these useless thoughts running at the background just because you are not paying attention and you are not doing your due diligence when it comes to these thoughts.